ahead and use Logger Pro and specifically a part called Video Analysis to go ahead and basically take a video and see how much velocity, acceleration, and distance an object, in this case particularly a projectile, has in the X and Y directions. So first of all, we'll go ahead and open up Logger Pro. Right, and then we go to File, Open, then you're going to go to Tutorials. Then you're going to go to 12, Video Analysis. Alright, so basically it's going to run through, and you can read this here if you want to, slower. But it says to go on to the next page, so I'm going to click to the next page, and I'm going to click on this little button here with the 3 little red dots. And what that does for me is it allows me to actually see and use some controls that we're going to need. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Just wanted to drag this over here. Okay, so pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this little red dot thing, and I'm going to advance the movie till it just comes out of his hands, basically. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click in the middle of the basketball. Best I can, trying to get it centered each time. Alright, now that allowed us to go ahead and get this for the Y direction, this nice curve. Oh yeah, that looks kind of like a frowny face. Oh, negative constant acceleration, just like we'd expect with a projectile or a falling object. And then over here in the X direction, we have ourselves a nice straight line on a distance time graph, meaning, well, yeah, positive constant velocity, which would make sense since we've learned that in the X direction there's a positive constant velocity, and then in the Y direction it's going to go ahead and end up accelerating, right? Constant acceleration. Now, as far as these values, right, it says that I've gone, like, in 0.5 seconds, I've gone 300 meters. Well, that seems like a long distance. 300 meters is a lot of meter sticks. Apparently, my scaling's not very good. So what you got to do is come over here, see this little ruler, click on that. You come down here, and in this picture, if you do the reading, it says that there are 2 meter sticks end to end, which 2 meter sticks means 2 meters. So I change the distance 2 meters, and I've got that. Oh, look, now I've got like 3 meters and 4 meters. That seems way more reasonable of a distance that this ball went. All right, so that's pretty crucial. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on this. And I'm going to change it so that I'm just looking at the Y. Okay, so this is the Y displacement because it's just Y in meters. And I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and I'm going to then use the integral button. No, the curve fit button. There you go. And I want myself a quadratic. So I'm going to hit this. I'm going to try fit. I'm going to hit OK. And then I've got myself a nice quadratic. Cool, right? That was nice. So, and if I want to, I could change on this, change it to X. In the X, I can go ahead and, didn't mean to double click there, but highlight this. And in this case, I get a straight line, which means I want to go up to this curve fit. And I want to scroll back up the top and go linear. And I hit try fit, and I go OK. Right, here's the slope, it's telling me here. And so I've got that. I can go to X velocity. All right, ooh, that looks weird. Look at all those dots all over the place. What's going on? Well, it's basically, it took all your points, right, which was from 2.9 to 3.15, and ended up putting them, you know, so you can see all the points spread out a little bit better, but usually you can't see a very good trend in this case, as you can see. So I'm going to change that 2.9 to 0. When I hit that, now I can see that, yeah, I got something around 3. So up here, I can go ahead and highlight this, and I can then come back over to the stat button. So I'm going to go ahead and find the stats. So I hit the stat button. Okay. I've got that. And I can also look at the y velocity, which, right, you can see it goes way down there. Y velocity, what happened to the velocity? Well, it's all over the place, right? Let's auto scale this one. Oh, yeah, I can see that a little bit better, right? So if I highlight this, looks like it's just kind of going straight down like a linear. Let's see, would a linear make sense? Let's see. Well, let's see. The velocity seems to be at a negative 9.68. Is that the velocity? No, this is a velocity graph. I'm looking at the slope. Slopes of velocity time graphs tell me, what could it be telling me if it's a negative 9.68 or close to a negative 8 or 9.8, which is close to a negative 10? Oh, yeah, look at it. It's got units right here. It's telling me the acceleration. There you go. So that's basically how you're going to use this program. All right. Thanks for joining me.